Yo, what's going on, guys? Joey Sugarmuck is back here with another video for you guys. Guys, it is Saturday evening. I'm doing my video a little bit earlier tonight because, as you guys know, I'm not sure if you remember, Halloween night, that tradition, Friday the 13th gameplay is coming back for you tonight. I'm going to launch that game in just a few hours, so I will videotape that, of course, and upload that. So I wanted to get my video done now, so we're not up too late tonight. Alright. First game, guys, for game picks. We got the 4-2 Colts at the 3-3 Lions. So, the Colts playing decently well right now. I haven't exactly been following their schedule that much, but they seem to be playing, again, decently well. I think they'll definitely be a wild card team. Titans will win the division, but I do think that the Colts should sneak in, especially with the 7th seed. Lions, I mean, record-wise, they're not terrible, 3-3, but overall, they're really just not that good. Their defense is atrocious. They have pieces on offense, Stafford, Golladay, Johnson, if he's even healthy. But overall, the Jaguars are just simply not that good. Of course, traded away Darius Slay in Detroit, but I still like the Colts here. I think they're the far better all-around team. I'm going to take the Colts here, guys, 24-17. Next game, guys, we have the 0-7 Jets at the 6-1 Chiefs. Oh, boy. Not really any need to discuss this. The Jets, 0-7, of course. No, oh, you know what? That reminds me. This is kind of a big game because the Jets had Le'Veon Bell to start the year, and then I think they traded him away to the Chiefs. I know the Chiefs have him. I don't know if it was a trade, just cut. I think it was a trade. So the Chiefs now have Le'Veon Bell. So Le'Veon Bell going against his old team. He is so happy to be out of New York, man, because the Jets are just so bad. Yeah, Jets 0-7. They have literally no one. Darnold's back, but it really doesn't make a difference. Flacco's better than him. Defense is atrocious. The Jets are just terrible. It's also in Kansas City to pad it on, so I think this is going to be an absolute massacre. I'm going to go with the Chiefs here, guys, 45-10. It's not going to be remotely close. Next game, guys. This is going to be, I'm going to jump the gun here. 2-4 Patriots at the 5-2 Bills. Patriots, trends this week have been terrible. Gilmore's hurt. Edelman's hurt. And it looks like Gilmore might get traded before the deadline. I don't know. The deadline's really close to being over. It ends on Tuesday, Election Day. But I think Gilmore really wants to be traded. So we'll see if he gets traded. The Bills, though, I don't know. They're 5-2, but I still don't love the way they've been playing. Allen got off to a hot start. He's kind of skidding right now. He didn't play very well against Kansas City. He played terribly against the Titans. I don't really remember who he beat. It was the Jets. Again, I think he beat the Jets last weekend, but I don't think Allen played that well either. So I don't love what I've seen from Josh Allen. And it worries me. He needs to be able to beat the good teams. And I don't know, guys. I have this feeling the Patriots are in a huge skid right now. Got absolutely embarrassed by the Niners last weekend. That was a massacre. The Niners just dominated. But in terms of, who's going to win this, I don't know, guys. I actually might take the Patriots here. Don't ask me why, but I'm feeling an upset win. Even though the Patriots do not have their starting reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore, I still have this random feeling that the Patriots are going to pull this one off. Again, Allen's in a skid right now. While I think Cam Newton is absolute garbage, I do think that he might be able to do something against that Bills defense because the Bills defense is not nearly as sharp as usual this year. Injuries are a problem, but overall they're just not playing as well. I don't really 100% know why, but it's their defense. It's good. It's not nearly as good as it usually is. Patriots, I think they're going to get the upset win here. Call me stupid, but I'm going to take the Patriots. Upset win over the Bills here, 23-17. I think it's going to be low scoring and pretty boring, but the Patriots are going to have that Belichick theme, and they're going to upset them. Next game, guys, we have the 3-3 Raiders at the 5-2 Browns. So again, Browns and Bills, I kind of think of them as the same team. Record-wise, they look insane, but overall, they're not that good. The Bills are better than the Browns, but the Browns, I don't know. I know they're 5-2, and I think overall they're a solid team. I think they might be a bit overrated, though. They used to be underrated, not anymore. I mean, people are trying to tell me that they're going to be like a 4 or 5 seed. Actually, maybe a 5th seed, but I don't really know. The Browns, Mayfield, he's too inconsistent. He has his moments, but I still am waiting for the Browns to beat good teams. That hasn't happened yet. I mean, they beat the Colts, I guess, but I feel like a lot of the time they've been feasting on bad teams. They barely beat the Bengals last weekend. I mean, the Bengals are trash, and the Browns, it was a shootout. That throw by Mayfield and it was sick, but it was a total shootout. The Browns defense got destroyed. I mean, the Bengals offense is good, but still. Raiders, again, hanging on by a thread. They still have a shot to go to the playoffs because the Broncos are The Chargers are trash. Who else is in that division? KC, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. Yep, that's it. 4 teams. The Raiders have a shot. The Raiders, again, they always have a habit of getting it done with not much to work with. And again, their offense is nice. It's just their defense is so bad. And of course, they're not going to win it over KC. That's not going to be remotely close, even though they beat KC earlier this season. But the Raiders have a shot to sneak into that. They could be the 7th seed team. I used to say that about the Patriots, but I don't know if the Patriots are going this year. So it might be the Raiders as the 7th seed, but we'll see. Anyways. It's in Cleveland. While I don't think the Browns are great, they're obviously the better team here. They're better all around. I'm going to take the Browns here, guys. Plus, they're at home. Let's go Cleveland, 31-17. Next game, guys, we have the 5-2 Rams at the 3-3 Dolphins. Rams continue to play very, very well. Jared Goff looks great. Dolphins, I mean, they're 3-3. I think, Tua Tagovailoa is now the starting quarterback, of course. Although it's in Miami, the Rams are just the better team here. I don't really see the Dolphins winning. I mean, again, all around, the Rams are certainly better. Quarterback, their defense isn't great, but it's still better than the Dolphins. Rams, I think, when they're on, they're on. When Goff is on, he's on. Consistency is a bit of an issue, but I think, again, Goff is in a great stage right now, and he's going to be hard to slow down. And I think the Rams are just, again, the better team. While I don't like to admit it, Jalen Ramsey is off to a hot start. So I'm assuming, although the Rams run a zone defense, they'll probably line up Ramsey with Devontae Parker. That's going to be a good matchup to watch. Assuming that Parker's playing. I think he is. Rams, though, I'm going to take to win this game. This should be a pretty big game, but I am going to take the Rams here, guys. 27-17, a rare AFC-NFC matchup. Well, but I'm going to go with Rams, 27-17. And, oh boy, here we go. Game of the week for sure, guys. Next game, we have the 6-0 Steelers at the 5-1 Ravens. So, big game here, guys. Again, game of the week, huge rivalry. Nance and Romo have this game. I should be a nationally televised game, depending on where your location is. But this is going to be such a big game, and I'm really looking forward to this. While I think it's getting overhyped, and I think the Steelers are kind of going to dominate, I'm still really looking forward to this game. Lamar Jackson, not off to a great time. I mean, apparently, statistically, he's actually doing better than last year, but the offense itself is obviously not clicking as much as it did last year. And I did expect it to regress a bit. I didn't really expect it to regress this much, though. I don't know. I'm afraid we're heading back to our old times, where our defense is excellent, but our offense is trash, and our defense just breaks down eventually. It was the Bears of last year. It worries me a bit. I mean, I still think our offense is better than it was, but when Flacco was quarterback. But still don't love what I'm seeing. But anyways, Ravens coming off the bye. Everyone's healthy except for, well, I shouldn't say that. Everyone who's battling injuries is healthy except for Mark Ingram, who will be inactive. So Gus Edwards, my man, is going to be the starting running back. And then we got, let's see, Jimmy Smith is battling an Achilles injury. I think he'll still be able to play. Injuries are a problem for him. Anthony Averett's on IR, so no Anthony Averett. So we're slim at corners, which is not good because the Steelers receiving core is great. Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, James Washington, Juju. So yeah, the Steelers, they're just so good all around. Best run defense in the league, best pass rush in the league. Pass defense isn't great, but they can kind of get away with it. Ravens, again, everyone's healthy now. Wolf's back. Of course, we signed Yannick Ngakoue. So we're overall doing pretty well. Line is struggling, but we're still healthy. There's no serious injuries to worry about. We should have our starting line in there. So it's going to be a tough one. Here's the problem, though. The Steelers have their weaknesses, but their strengths will shut down ours. Because, again, we're a run-first team. While we've been throwing it more, we are a run-first team. And you know how much I love Gus Edwards, but the Steelers' best run defense in the league. And although Gus Edwards kind of killed them last year, and again, that was with kind of like our backup offensive line, but at the same time, the Steelers will game plan for him, and our passing attack has looked absolutely atrocious so far. And if we're going to win this game, Lamar Jackson is going to need to throw the ball a lot. This reminds me of the Chargers-Ravens wildcard last year. The run game is not going to be there. Jackson is going to need to throw the ball. And while he is far better than he was almost 2 years ago, it still worries me, man. And our defense is good. It's looked great so far. I know we gave up 28 points to the Eagles, but a lot of that was in garbage time, and it would help if our offense could actually do something. So that's good. Pass rush, again, has looked better, and we got Yannick Ngakoue. Steelers offensive line. So I thought it was good, and it is. I took a look at the rankings the other day. Apparently, it's actually not doing very well. It's like ranked like 15th or something. So apparently, the Steelers offensive line is not as sharp as usual, but they still give us a really hard time. Roethlisberger always gives us a hard time. He just hits these quick, short passes. Roethlisberger overall has been having a check down offense, and we're not good at stopping that. So we're going to have to run tight man-to-man coverage, and with our secondary all banged up, I don't like our chances there. And while we're coming off the bye, I think the Steelers are rolling right now. There's really no reason to go against them. They are on the road, but I'm going to take the Steelers here, guys. And unfortunately, I'm not sure it's going to be that close. I think the Ravens are going to hang with them in the first half, and then the Steelers are going to run away with it. In the second half, I'm going to go with the Steelers here, guys, 28-13. But it's going to be I think it's going to be 28-13, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer than the score indicates. And I am really looking forward to this arch rivalry. Great battle between the two teams, and we'll see what happens. But for now, Steelers 28-13. Next game, guys, we have the 5-1 Titans at the 1-5-1 Bengals. Not really any need to discuss this one. 5-1, 1-5-1. Bengals took a tough loss to the Browns last weekend. Titans, tough loss to the Steelers last weekend. Gostowski missed the field goal because he's trash. But the Titans, they're rolling right now. They're a top 5 team in the AFC for sure. They're playing very, very well. Derrick Henry hasn't even been doing much. It's Ryan Tannehill. I'm telling you guys, Tannehill's underrated. I've been saying that for a long time now. Tannehill's good. He's not great, but he's decent. And he's not going to carry you and win games, but he's gonna work at it. In Cincinnati, but it's not going to make a difference. Again, guys, not really any need to discuss this. Bengals traded away Carlos Dunlap, finally, to the Seahawks. So no Carlos Dunlap, not even that he's good against the run, but still. So that obviously is not going to help. Again, Titans are rolling right now. A.J. Brown continues to pop off. Don't think this is going to be any close, guys. I'm going to go with the Titans here. 31-17. Next game, guys, we have the 1-5 Vikings at the 5-1 Packers. Again, not really any need to discuss this one. Packers beat the Texans last weekend. Vikings lost to I don't even know who. In Green Bay, again, Aaron Rodgers, MVP year so far. No, I don't see him changing that. The Vikings are so banged up. Injuries are destroying them. And, of course, they lost Yannick Ngakoue. He's on the Ravens now. So, yeah, not going to be close, guys. I'm going to take the Packers here. I'm going to go with a similar score, 34-20. Next game, guys. This should be a better game. 3-3 Chargers at the 2-4 Broncos. So, the Chargers, 3-3. Jeez, I didn't even know their record was that good. It's not great, but it's decent. Chargers. So, again, guys, I haven't really been following I don't really know who they've been playing. But Herbert, man, you gotta love Justin Herbert. Defense isn't great. Consistency is an issue. Injuries are an issue as well, of course. No Derwin James. And also, let's see. Offense, they still have Keenan Allen. They still have Mike Williams. Their passing attack is excellent. I don't know if Austin Eckler's still hurt. Line isn't great. Broncos, they got that nice win against the Patriots, and then they lost last weekend to the Chiefs. It wasn't really that close. The Chiefs kind of killed them. So that's cool. Sorry guys, I just lost the schedule here. I'm going to bring it back up. So, it's in Denver. This is a rivalry game. Broncos-Chargers are usually close games. But I like the Chargers here. I think they're the better team, and while the Broncos do have Drew Lock back, he really isn't playing very well. So I definitely think the Chargers are going to take this one. It's in Denver, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to take the Chargers here, guys. 24-20, but it should be a solid game. Next game, guys. Okay, what do we have here? The 4-2 Saints at the 5-2 Bears. This is going to be a good game. Bears, 5-2. Haven't exactly had the hardest schedule in the world, but they're still playing very, very well. Saints 4-2. I don't know, man. The Saints worry me. Still, no Michael Thomas. He's still hurt. Again, Chicago, their biggest weakness is their quarterback. Nick Foles is absolute trash, but they have Allen Robinson, and their defense is very, very good. So yeah, that's cool. In Chicago, so that always helps. Oh, by the way, the Bears, they lost to the Rams last weekend, or was it the other way around? I'm trying to remember. I think the Rams beat the Bears in Monday Night Football last week, I thought. So anyways, Breeze, again, consistency is an issue. He really has a hard time beating good teams. He's on the road as well. And the Bears, while they're not great overall, record-wise they're doing well, and I think that they're the better team here. Defense is much better. I'm going to take the Bears here, guys. And again, the Saints without Michael Thomas, that offense is not great. Of course, Alvin Kamara, but their passing attack, we've kind of seen it regress a bit. Because he has no Michael Thomas. It really hurts. Emmanuel Sanders, I'm pretty sure is back. He was out last weekend. I think Sanders is back, but still, they're missing that number one wide receiver in Michael Thomas. In Chicago, guys, I'm going to go with the Bears here. 27-21. It should be a great game, though. This should be a great game as well. 4-3 Niners at the 5-1 Seahawks for our next game. Seahawks taking a heartbreaking loss to the Cardinals last weekend. Man, that was a crazy game. The Cardinals, a come-from-behind win in overtime. That was insane. Niners massacring the Patriots last weekend. That was sick. On the road, they destroyed them. In Seattle, I definitely think the Seahawks are going to get this bounce-back win. The Niners they have a habit of winning one game, losing the next. It's the every other game thing. So since that they won last weekend, it would line up. They won last weekend, so it would line up for them to lose again this weekend. Not to mention the Seahawks are going to be really angry after choking it to the Cardinals last weekend. They're absolutely going to come out firing. Russell Wilson, he did throw 3 picks last weekend, a rarity for him, but Niners are still banged up, especially on defense. I don't know if Mostert's back yet. He was out last week, and I don't know if he's available yet. If not, I would say Jeff Wilson, but I'm pretty sure he hurt himself last weekend too. So I don't really know who is going to be the running back there, but we'll see. In Seattle, guys, I do think the Seahawks are going to win this one. Defense isn't good, but I still think it'll be good enough to win this game. I think it's going to be high scoring because the Seahawks defense is atrocious, but I'm still going to take Seattle here, guys. 31-27. Again, great game, high scoring. Gonna go Seattle 31-27. Okay, down to a couple games here. Sunday Night Football game, guys. We have the battle of the worst division in football. The 2-5 Cowboys at the 2-4-1 Eagles. Battle for first place in the NFC East, man. I mean, jeez. Who is going to win this division, man? Cowboys, Andy Dalton got hurt last weekend, so I don't even know who their quarterback is. So I know Dalton's not playing. Eagles, they're 2-4-1. They edged out the Giants last weekend, but that was a little too close. It's in Philadelphia. The Cowboys are literally, it's like they're, on offense, they still have Gallup, Cooper, but they're not, their injuries are just destroying them. It's in Philadelphia, as I said. I think the Eagles are going to take this one. Not a game. I shouldn't say that because it is a battle for the division, but two just putrid teams. I'm going to go with the Eagles here, guys. I think Carson Wentz, while he's very inconsistent, I do think he'll be able to do something against that terrible Cowboys defense. I'm going to go with the Eagles here, guys. Let's go Eagles 24-17. Last game, guys. This is our Monday Night Football game. We have the 5-2 Bucs at the 1-6 Giants. So the Bucs, 5-2, playing at a very high level. Brady looks great. Giants, atrocious, man. They're so bad. Almost beat the Eagles last weekend, but of course found a way to lose. Again, Bucs defense looks great. And of course, Antonio Brown. I think he's set to make his debut. I'm pretty sure he's playing this weekend. It's going to be really interesting to see how he does with that offense. So I still don't know if the whole receiving core is going to be healthy. I know Godwin and Evans had been battling injuries. I don't know if Evans is back yet, but Brown should be there. So that receiving core, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin. Good luck, defenses. Especially the Giants. This should be an absolute massacre. The Bucs are just going to absolutely destroy them. It's not going to be remotely close. The Giants, their one good player, Saquon Barkley, of course, out for the year. I'm going to go with the Bucs here, guys. Not really any need to discuss. Let's go Bucs 35-17. And guys, that is going to do it for my game picks for Week 8 of the 2020 NFL season. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to drop a like in the video and subscribe to the channel if you aren't new. I am out. Peace out. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Go Ravens, and I will see you guys later tonight.